evening to our lovely, beautiful souls here, the family, the YouTube family. I am going to give a little bit of time for people to join in. I know it's early for most of you guys. So I would like to update you on the ongoing fast. So let's wait at least for one person to get in, and then we'll commence the video. Okay, so we have somebody here. All right, so fourth day water fast. Um, I think I'm gonna do 7 days. Welcome our friends. We have 2 people now. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So currently it's the fourth day of what was an open-ended water fast, what is still an open-ended water fast, but I do think I'm going to finish it on the 7th day. And I would like to address some comments in the last video. Our friend Mystics, welcome, welcome, welcome. God bless you. I would like to address a few things here. Some people asked some very good questions in the previous video, which I titled 21 Day Water Fast, and this is not gonna go 21 days. It's probably gonna go 7 days. Yeah, so today is day 4. Yeah, just 3 more days, 4, 5, 6. On the 7th day, I'll break the fast most likely. But there were some very good questions. I would like to address them. Question number 1. Somebody said, Saeed, you seem to be pretty health conscious. Where is all that mucus that you talked about coming from? Where is all that detox coming from? And that's a very good question, because a big part of my channel is in relative to health and well-being, right? So I would like to address that question. Why is it that I'm health conscious? I share all kinds of good things about health. Why is it that when I'm doing these water fasts, I'm experiencing lethargy, low energy, lots of mucus come out? And well, there's several different explanations. Explanation number 1, I have never really fully applied what I preach. Okay? The practice is lagging behind the theory. Okay? So I often would go for, I'll do like a 3-day water fast, and I would follow it up with some very dirty and, mucus causing foods, some fries and things like that. Mr. Okel, how you doing, my brother? I would usually follow it up with, not so good foods. Okay? I would go, let's say, on a period of a juice cleanse. Let's say my last one was 30 days, and then I would delve back into eating cooked foods, salty foods, things with lots of spices, irritants, lots of irritants. And I never really fully, uh, consistently cleansed myself out. Okay? So because of that, I never really got deeper into the process to see what kind of garbage is coming out of me. And this is the first time, now the second time, I've gone longer than 3 days on a water fast. Now, the first 3 days, if you're experienced with water fasting, your body's just getting accustomed to the fasted state. It's only really on the 4th day that your body begins to really purge, really purge all the toxins, really get all that mucus out, all these toxins out. I never really gone deep into the process. I never really fixed my food for a long, consistent period of time. And as a result, I'm having loads of mucus come out of me. Loads of phlegm, lots of lethargy, lots of tiredness. Again, this is my second time going a 7-day. I've done a 7-day water fast last week, took a week break, ate some fruits. Now I'm going on another 7-day water fast, day 4 today. So yeah, I'm having lots of toxins, lots of phlegm, lots of mucus come out of me, because again, my practice of what I preach is a little lagging, a little behind. It's there, but it's lagging. It's behind. It's not consistent. It's not persistent. It's not being done on a deep enough level. Okay, so hey Said, what will you be eating after your water fast? I will answer that in a second, my friend. So now here's the good news. This 7 day water fast is a lot easier. I have much more mental clarity, less dizziness, more physical energy. I'm still not being active because I want to conserve the energy. But the good news is I'm beginning to see the mucus in my head is at least reduced by 50% than my last 7 day water fast. And that's fantastic news. And I wanted to share this with you guys. Okay? It's a lot better. It's a lot easier. There's at least 50% less mucus in my ears, less earwax, less phlegm. My last 7 day water fast, my sinuses were extremely congested. It was like a strong wave of detoxification in my sinus area. And my ears were pretty much shut on the last 7 day water fast. This one, I would say the mucus in my head area, I've got some problems with my sinuses since I was a child. This is another thing I want to discuss with you guys to answer the question, Saeed, if you're health conscious, why are you having all these detox symptoms? I will get to some things happen in my childhood in a second. But the good news, a lot easier, a lot more pleasant than the last 7 day water fast, which means that the detoxification is working. Okay, it's working, the body's cleaning. My ears are at least 50% less waxy. My sinuses aren't acting up as much. In the last 7 day water fast, I couldn't sleep on most of the 7 days, because on the 7 nights, because I would wake up, I would go for sleep for 2 hours, I would wake up and I'm so congested here, I can't sleep, I can't breathe. You know, when you can't breathe, you can't sleep. So this is the good news. It's a lot better. It's a lot better. I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. So again, to answer the question, Saeed, if you're health conscious, why are you having all these detox symptoms come up? Again, it's because I never really fully been consistent on this fact. And now I'm taking it serious. I mean, I can't believe that I'm doing like, by the time I finished the 7 days of fast, I would have done two 7 day water fasts in the span of 3 weeks. And that one period of eating was mostly high water content fruits. I can't believe it. You know, I'm proud of myself here. You know, back-to-back 7 day water fasts. That's very good. I'm proud of myself here. But this is the time I'm really taking this seriously. And as a result, I'm beginning to see that the body's digging deeper and deeper and deeper into the cleansing. When you're water fasting, your growth hormones shoot up the sky like crazy. So all these old cells are being purged at a pretty accelerated rate. And usually the process begins to really accelerate after day 3. And again, just to re-emphasize, the mental clarity, the physical energy on this 7 day water fast compared to the one I did last week is significantly improved. So we're significantly seeing results. Now, another reason why I'm experiencing these intense detox symptoms, which again are becoming less intense now, in this last 7 day water fast was really intense, is because as a child, I've inherited some genetic weakness, particularly in my sinus areas. So from a very young age, my father is a medical doctor. So all he gave me was pills and things that are very, counterintuitive. I had these nasal decongestant. Okay, these drops. You put them because my nose was always clogged since I can remember, since I was a child. Okay, it's some genetic weakness that I inherited in my sinus area, particularly because my dad has it, my mom has it, and I believe my brother has it also. And from as far as I can remember, man, maybe when I was 9, 10, and until about I was 24, for a good 14, 15 years, I used these nasal decongestants that you can get from the pharmacy store because I had a persistent problem of a mucus congestion in my head area. I could not sleep without putting these drops in my nose just to relieve the congestion. So this is a problem, particularly the mucus in the head area. I've inherited genetically. I've had it since I was a child. And it improved as I got older, got healthier, stopped the dairy, stopped a lot of the mucus forming foods. But as I can see, if I really dig deep on a deep water fast, deep water, like you dig deeper, after 3 days, you really dig deeper. I'm seeing things are acting up. I'm seeing that, oh, wax is coming out. This area is heavily congested. So this is something also, I have a genetic weakness in this area particularly. So I'm getting a lot of phlegm come out of me in this water fast. But again, the good news is this 7-day water fast, it's 50% less than the last one. So hopefully that answers the question, Saeed. If you're so health conscious, why are you having all these detoxification symptoms? It's because I never really fully practiced and never gone the full distance on this path and dug deep into it. Therefore, there were things that were not stirred up, certain mucus, certain things that were not stirred up, that are being heavily stirred up in these water fasts that I'm doing. And the other thing is I've inherited some genetic weakness, particularly in my sinus areas. Okay, now on the last 7-day water fast, I couldn't move. I would get dizzy so much, like right away on day 1, day 2, all the whole 7 days. Serious congestion, ears pretty much clogged because of the wax. No mental clarity, no energy to even talk. But this is different on the 7-day water fast. So we're doing good. We're seeing results here. We're seeing more detoxification. I'm feeling much clearer here. Um, I've been, me and Miranda have been last water fast, I couldn't even converse with her. That's how tired I was. That's how strong the detox was. This time is different. We spent the whole morning just talking. So there's a lot more mental clarity. Where is this mental clarity coming from? Less mucus in the brain, less mucus in my sinuses, less mucus around, because, around this eye area, less mucus here. Therefore, I feel more mental clarity. Okay? So I wanted to update this with you guys. It's going fantastic. I'm gonna go 7 days, not 21 days. I'm not psychologically ready for 21 days yet. I'm gonna answer a question. Saeed, what will you be eating after your water fast? Mainly fruits, my brother. Mainly fruits, mainly high water content fruits. The more I fast, the more I crave high water content fruits, the more I realize that's what humans are meant to consume. So it'll be mostly fruits. Mostly fruits. I want to continue this. I want to continue to do more water fasting in the future. I'm seeing the light at the end of the tunnel here. And I would say this is the first time in my life where I'm like, I'm 30 years young now. I have to take this more seriously. Okay, I have to take this more seriously. So another thing, why all these detoxification symptoms? We are absolutely polluted with all kinds of heavy metals. I've got these heavy metal fillings in my teeth. All the vaccines we took as children left residues, deep, heavy metals, deeply enrooted inside our tissues. Okay? 25, 27 years plus of eating, nasty foods, mucus causing foods, these things. The body is an incredible storage. It stores things that you think are, you don't have anymore, are stored inside the body. And I reckon if I was to go longer on the fast, I would experience even more detoxification symptoms. Yes, exactly. It's like a sponge, right? So yeah, I would challenge anybody that's basically wondering why I'm having all these detoxification symptoms. I would challenge you to go on a 7-day water fast, my friend. And you will see for yourself just how much garbage there is in your body. You may think you're eating healthy, you may think you're doing very good, you may think, I don't need to do this. I challenge anybody watching this, or anybody that's, thinking maybe you're unhealthy because you have all these detoxification symptoms. I challenge you to go on a 7 to 10 day water fast. I challenge you. And you will see, you may think you're healthy. You may see for yourself just how much toxins and garbage is coming out of you. Okay? So that's another thing. Even if I was as health conscious as I preach, which again, my practice is kind of lagging a little behind of what I preach, still, I think anybody, if they were to go on a long enough water fast, 10 days plus, you will experience some serious detox symptoms. Because, again, there are things that happen to you in your childhood, vaccines, heavy metals, things like that you have no idea about. You have no idea about. And they're all going to be stirred up on a water fast, right? Water fasting versus juice cleansing, fruit cleansing, it's not even a comparison. It's a whole different ball game. In, let's say, 10 days of water fast is maybe equivalent, I don't know, to a year on a juice cleanse in terms of its powerful detox effects. It's not compared. It's not even compared. So even if you're fruitarian or something, or you do a lot of cleansing and you think you're healthy, I challenge you, go on a 7 to 10 day water fast and see what happens. Just see what happens. You're gonna have a ton of toxins come out of you. Okay? So there's more things I want. I wanted to address something else. I'll address it in a second, but I'm gonna answer some questions here. Do you ever sleep in the sun? No, I can't sleep. Sleep for me, I need darkness. You know, darkness. I can't sleep in the sun. I can rest, meditate in the sun, but I can't sleep. Have you ever done breath work while fasting? Yes, I've been doing it for the last 3 days. But just to give you a little bit of contrast, the last water fast, which was just so hard, so difficult, it was only a last week. So a week of 7 days, a week of fruits. Now I'm another week. I was so exhausted the whole time. I had no energy to even do conscious breath work. This fast I've been doing breath work because I just have more clarity, more alertness, more energy, and it's fantastic. It's fantastic. So, if humans can live for hundreds of years, what do you make of menopause in women occurring after 40ish years? Is that caused by food? Yes. So there's a lot of cases of women who have cleansed and cleaned themselves and then got on a natural human diet consisting of fruits and leafy greens. They stopped having uh, detox symptoms on their period because the period is a detox. So they still got their period. I know of a story of a woman that reversed menopause after being, I think, 20 plus years on a primarily raw fruits, let's say, fruits and vegetables diet. I know of a woman who told a story she reversed her menopause. So I'm not so sure women are supposed to have menopause to begin with. And I'm not so sure women are supposed to have a very difficult period to begin with. Okay? I think when the period is a detoxification, the woman is detoxifying her body. And if your body's clean, you'll still have the cycles, but it won't be painful, and you'll bleed very little, because there's very little to detox to begin with. So I think menopause is the result of the foods we eat and the heavy metals we get inserted in us in the form of vaccines and environmental toxins and chemtrails, etc. So should you do a day or two of fruits only before water fast? Absolutely, my friend. Absolutely. The more you can hydrate yourself before a water fast, the merrier. I will be doing a distilled water fast soon. I'm not sure if I should drink distilled water straight or implement shilajit, which is a full of minerals and detoxes heavy metals. So I don't know much about shilajit. I heard great things. I can't give you in my opinion because I haven't done research. As far as water, some people say spring, some people say distilled. I say go for any of them, because at the end of the day, the real healing is happening because there is very little happening in your digestive tract. So some people are like really Nazis. No, you gotta only do distilled water. Some people, no, you gotta only do spring water. I'm currently doing spring water, right? I wouldn't be so concerned with that. Why? Because it's not even the water. The water isn't healing your body. It's supporting it. It's the body healing itself. And it's because there is so little going on in your digestive tract, and digestion takes the most energy. And you know how you know this? After my last 7 day water fast, I ate 2 mangoes. That's how I broke my fast. And I was exhausted after. And mangoes are just one of the easiest foods to digest, right? Water and basic fruit. Because you realize when you fast for at least a week and you eat, doesn't matter what you eat, even if it's in small quantity, you get so tired after. You realize just how much energy goes towards digestion. So what's happening in a water fasted state is the body has so little to do that it focuses all its vital force and energy on healing. So I wouldn't be so concerned as long as you're not drinking tap water with fluoride and all kinds of nasty things in it. Distilled water is my preference. I just don't have access to it here. I would go for distilled water if you have access to it. If not, go for clean spring water, and you should be okay, because ultimately the body heals because of the little activity that's going on in the body. So the body puts all its healing, all its life force into healing. Okay? So, yeah. Free Fizzy, my girlfriend's doing holistic, and it does the food you eat, does impact menopause, but I don't know too much. Yeah, absolutely. So I talked a little bit about that. My girlfriend's mother rarely has menopause symptoms, whereas my mother has a lot of symptoms. She's mainly plant-based and lives a healthier lifestyle. Exactly. Um, is there such a thing as a urine fast, or should you only drink minimally? So, uh, so there is such a thing as urine fast. Some people do it. I personally don't prefer to do it at the moment due to the so much toxins coming out of me. Usually, when you're just eating a healthy diet, first of all, by the way, as of late, before my fast, because I'm cleaning myself and I'm eating, just high water content fruits, guys, I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. My urine tasted and smelled exactly for this week that I ate in between the two fasts, like coconut water. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. Okay? Smelled, I'm like, this is coconut water. I tasted, I'm like, this is coconut water. I got Miranda, I'm like, here, just try this, just a sip. And she's like, oh my god, this is coconut water. Okay? So lately, on these longer fasts, I haven't been drinking my urine because I think due to the crazy amount of toxins floating in the body, there is a little too many toxins, making their way through to the urine. And I don't want to consume these, despite having all the benefits and the electrolytes and all that. I don't want to consume them. So I'm not currently doing any form of urine fasting. In the future, I will, once I feel like my urine's cleaner. I continue to drink my urine while I'm eating fruits. But in the future, I will. I'll do it kind of like Dr. Sebi. Dr. Sebi went on a 20-day water fast and then he started drinking his urine for the remainder of the fast because he noticed from the smell and from the taste that his urine was clean, was clear. So there wasn't toxins being leaked into the urine. When you're in a water fasted state, there's so many toxins every single place in your body that they're bound to be leaking in greater quantities than usual into your urine and into other places. There's always some form of trace waste in your urine. But when you're water fasting, I think my opinion is there's just a little too many toxins floating around, making their way through the kidneys, making their way through the bladder. Okay, so currently I'm staying away from urine fasting, but I will be doing that in the future once I feel more clarity, less toxins, more energy, which again, I'm happy to report there is more of it on this 7-day water fast than the last one. The last one was just so difficult, man. The last one was really, really, really difficult. Like, really difficult, and I'm happy to see the improvements and the progress. Saeed, you got me into shape, my man. Thank you, my pleasure. Wow, that's crazy. I'm serious, guys. Like, coconut water, I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. I am not kidding. I'm not exaggerating. Right? Me and Miranda, we go have coconuts every now and then. And it was like, what the? It was like, whoa, drink it. Whoa, this is coconut water. Crazy. So when you get healthy, your urine becomes this like beautiful nectar. Coconut water. It becomes actually like coconut water. I was so looking forward every time I was like, when is my urine coming? I want some free coconut water. So what do you eat in a usual day? Again, I'm like, as I mentioned earlier in the video, some people ask, if you're so health conscious, why are you getting all these detox symptoms? I have not been preaching what I have been practicing, what I have been preaching to the fullest. I have been kind of taking baby steps. So now, what did I eat in the week between my 2 water fasts, and what am I going to continue to eat? It's usually like a meal or 2 meals, depending on the day, of basically mostly high water content fruits. So I'll tell you what I had in this week between my 2 7-day water fasts. I would wake up, I would have 2 mangoes or 3 mangoes and a handful of grapes. And then right around 1 p.m., I would have, like, let's say 3-4 hours later, I will have a big bowl of cherry tomatoes and grapes. And maybe like a small 1 or 2 small red bananas. They're so much better than the yellow ones. I don't know if you can find them in like North America, but here they're everywhere. And that's about it. That was a typical meal for me in this 1 week in between my water fast. And I think it'll continue to be something like that. Okay? A couple of dates from time to time. And on the seventh day of my feeding period between the fasts, I had an avocado. I had an avocado and I had a handful of nuts. But for the most part, it's 2 meals of high water content fruits, maybe some dates, and some small red bananas also. And man, when you start to clean yourself out and hydrate yourself more and feel less toxic, and you reset your taste buds, there is nothing more satisfying than a bowl of high water content fruits. Like, what would I do right now for a bowl of grapes? Or we're in mango season right now. We're getting these delicious mangoes. Oh my god. Okay? And you may think you start to get bored, but actually, the cleaner your body is, the more hydrated you are, the more you start. It's like everything works on based on momentums. If you're dehydrated, you crave dehydrated foods. If you begin to be hydrated, you crave hydrated foods. So, not a single day of those 7 days, I was bored of my high water content fruit meal. Every day I was looking forward to it. I was like, those grapes, those mangoes. So when you reset your taste buds, when you hydrate your system more, you get into the law of momentum. Everything works in momentums, where the more hydrated you are, the more you crave hydrating foods. And there is nothing on planet Earth as far as food's concerned that's more hydrating than high water content fruits. Okay, so that's the nice thing about fasting. It will reset your body, it will hydrate it more, and uh, it will make you crave the things that are beneficial to you. Since it's calorie in, calorie out, how do you manage to keep your weight? If you add up all what you said, it doesn't cut it. Because the calorie in, calorie out system is a total crap. It's a total piece of shit. It's a total piece of shit. It does not apply. Simply put, it's about the law of efficiency. The more efficient your body is, the more it can extract calories and nutrients out of the food that you eat. So most of us have very polluted small intestines, and the small intestines is where the absorption of nutrients happens. So if you have polluted small intestines, guess what? Your absorption rate is poor. It's poor. It's poor. It's an inefficient. Like, think if you have a really old car and you put fuel in it, it like 50% of the fuel goes to waste, right? If you have like a really old car from the 50s, 60s, and you're putting this fuel in it, how much fuel do you think the body's using? Maybe 50%, maybe less, maybe 30%. The older the car is, the more run down it is, the less it can process the fuel. It's the same thing with our car. This is a car, okay? The more fresh, new, maintained it is, the more you can absorb fuel and nutrients. The poorer the absorption rate, the more you find yourself having to eat just to be able to absorb some nutrients, some calories, some foods. So that model is total nonsense. What you want to do is you want to clean your body out so you get the absorption rate to be as efficient as possible. How often do you pee in your current situation, not during water fast? Well, it depends. If I'm eating 2 big fruit meals, it's about 2 to 3 times. You know, it's about 2 to 3 times. Fruits pass through pretty quickly, and it doesn't take long for you to shit it out. So about if I'm having two full meals, it's 2 times, maybe sometimes 3 times even. And pee, it's pretty often because of the high water content fruits. But it's very important that you also drink water while you're eating high water content fruits until your body gets to a certain level of hydration where you barely need to drink water. So again, I drink, when I'm eating fruits, I drink my beautiful coconut water. Okay, my beautiful self-made coconut water. It's the most delicious drink. It's free. It's delicious. It smells good. It tastes good. Okay. So yeah, that's about 2 to 3 times, right? So yeah, things are going pretty good. I'm very, very happy to see the progress. Yeah, exactly. I can feel the energy because there's more energy on this water fast. There's less mucus, less clogging, less earwax, less sinus congestion. It's beautiful, man. It's beautiful. You know, it's beautiful to feel amazing, to feel high of energy. We just have to clean this temple. We really have to clean this temple. I cannot tell you how broken down I was in the last 3 weeks. I started doing 1 week of fruits, 1 week. So I've been almost now 4 weeks into this heavy cleansing process that I'm going through. First week was on high water content fruits, 1 meal a day. I was getting my ass kicked. Then I went into 7-day water fast. I got my ass even more handed to me. And then third week, between the fasts, another 7 days on high water content fruits. Only now on the fourth week of this pretty heavy, deep, intense detox, I'm finally seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, and I'm beginning to feel the energy flow through me. I'm beginning to feel the mental clarity. There is less sinus congestion, less earwax, less more physical energy, less dizziness when I get up. You know, when you water fasting, you get dizzy. And it's like, man, we just have to take care of these temples, clean them out, and life is beautiful. We'll be like children again. Remember when you were a child and you had this spontaneous energy? And so many children can, you might remember something. Your parents forcing you to eat. You didn't even want to eat, you just want to go play. But you had all this spontaneous life force going through you as a child. And we are, by cleaning ourselves, by getting all this garbage out, we are reclaiming our childlike energy. Again, our childlike fascination with life, the energy flow. You know, children are so full of energy, full of light. Okay? But it gets drained out of us as we get older and older and older and older. Okay? And I'm telling you, the way to get back there is by maximizing your well-being, your physical health. Straight up, you think you have brain fog. You know why you have brain fog? Brain fog is due to the mucus congestion and buildup inside your head. That's what brain fog is. You know where your sinuses are, right? Your sinuses, you have two big ones here, then two here, and two here. Okay? When your sinuses are congested with garbage and they're inflamed and irritated, guess what? You have brain fog. You start to think negative thoughts. You start to think negatively of others, think negatively in general. How do you reclaim this mental clarity? By reclaiming the physical clarity. Okay? There really is a plateau. We can't get any further. If our health is compromised, we cannot get any further in our ascension, in our spiritual evolution. It's simple. If you're gonna go and find some yogis in the Himalayas, and let's say do Ashtanga yoga, you know what the first thing they get you to do? They get you to memorize and apply the 10 commandments. There's like a 10 commandments in yoga, in Ashtanga yoga. But the next thing they get you to do is they get you to fast. They know you're gonna hit a brick wall if you don't clean your body out. So they get you to fast for long periods of time. This is one of the first things a yogi does on his training. One of the first things before anything, before study, before meditation, they get you to fast. Why do you think they get you to fast before you even get your foot inside the door? They get you to fast because they understand with wisdom that you're not going to go further in your meditation. You're not going to get further in your self-realization without cleaning out the temple first. And I'm here to tell you, no matter how enlightened you think you are, no matter how smart you think you are, no matter how spiritually wise you think you are, your physical health, if it's compromised, and I can tell you, most of you guys watching this, your physical health is compromised, you will hit a brick wall and you will go no further in life, and you will deteriorate. You grow older, you'll deteriorate, you'll have pains, and you'll die like the rest of humanity. This is the first step into whatever you want to call it, new earth, 5D, ascension, spiritual enlightenment. You will go no further with a broken down vehicle. You will go no further. Okay, you will go no further. You know, you may think I'm a good channel. No. As you get older and your vehicle gets run down, you won't be able to channel as you used to maybe in your younger days, because you have so much brain fog and pain and irritation in your body. Okay? This is very important. Very, very, very important. All right? So, yes, one more thing. You know, anybody that gets on this will get these kinds of comments. I get a comment from somebody. I can't remember who it was. And she said, I've been watching your videos for a long time. I'm really concerned for you. I'm surprised you even gone past 3 days in your first water fast. Please don't do this. This is dangerous. The amount of brainwashing that's in this comment is pretty hilarious, actually. I feel bad for that person. Okay? If you think humans can't go on without food for 3 days, you are deluded. If you don't see the extreme benefits from water fasting, from not eating for a certain period of time, you are deluded. And I feel absolutely sorry for you, my friend. And I hope you see the light. Because, if you're so concerned and you're like, oh my god, I can't believe you even did 3 days. I don't even know what to say. Okay, there are people going for 40-day water fast, and they are coming out of it like, with a whole new being, a whole new sense of energy, a childlike energy. Okay, so Jesus did 40 days. 40 days is like not even that uncommon. 7 days is actually a very short fast. It's a very short fast. Okay, so I feel sorry for people like that. I really hope you guys, the people who are thinking that with all this brainwashing, I hope you guys are gonna see the light eventually and actually start to do these kinds of things. Because like, even if you want to go by your beloved science, says by the seventh day of a water fast, your growth hormone is spiked by 1,300%. That's 13 times the amount of growth hormone you usually have. That's insane. Growth hormone it kills old cells, it regenerates cells and everything. Okay, even your beloved religion of science has something to say about that. All right, because people who usually say that kind of stuff are coming from, they're brainwashed by the religion of science. So I've heard this growing up. You can't go without water for 3 days. You can't go without food for, I don't know, a week or something. Right? Ridiculous. It's food that's killing most people. It's food that's deteriorating most people's health and making them feel sick and sad and depressed and miserable. I am telling you, none of us is going further in life without taking care of our vehicle and cleaning the temple. There is a brick wall you're going to hit. You're going to hit it. You're going to hit it. I have one of my beloved teachers, Ram Das, right? He had a stroke when he was in his 70s. Think about it. He didn't really know too much about health, and yeah, he hit a brick wall. He had a stroke. He couldn't even speak in his later days. You're gonna hit a brick wall if you don't take care of your temple. You're gonna hit a brick wall in life at some point. Doesn't matter how enlightened you are. Doesn't matter how wise you are. You're gonna hit a brick wall. You're not gonna go further in life without maximizing your potential. So how do we do this? It's very simple. We water fast to regenerate. We dry fast if we can, if we have enough experience under our belt. And then we eat what nature intended the human body to eat, which is, in simple terms, fruits and some vegetables. Not all vegetables, some vegetables. In plain terms, okay? Every species out there has a species-specific diet, okay? It's just simple. If you look at our digestive tract, it is very, very similar to our frugivore relatives. So how do you do this? You regenerate with water fasting, and then you nourish the body with the fruits and the vegetables. It's very, very, very simple. Okay? Yeah, exactly. The Dalai Lama got the jab, right? Now he might be in the club. I think he's in the club, to be honest. I think he is in the club. He's part of the elite, but maybe he's not. Maybe he's just really naive about health, and maybe because he gets funded by certain organizations, maybe he got it because he wants the funding to continue. Okay, I still think he's part of the club, but nevertheless, it could just be a total naivete on his part when it comes to health. Okay, I did a silent retreat, 5 days, a Buddhist silent retreat in Myanmar, and they were feeding you 2 times a day, like just cooked foods, like salty and everything. And the whole time, people are trying to meditate, and all you hear is burps and farts. How do you think you're gonna get a deep meditation if your body's so irritated? If you have toxic material floating around in your blood? There is only so far you can go without taking care of your health, ladies and gentlemen. There's only so far you can go. You're not gonna go further than that. That's a brick wall that everybody's gonna hit eventually. You wanna ascend, you gotta get a new vehicle. You've just gotta get a new car, period. My car has been run down 30 years being on this plane. it's time to get a new car. How do we do this? Very simple. We water fast to regenerate at a deep level, and then we nourish the body with what is intended for this specific body. After that, we can start to play around with breatharianism. Okay, I think breatharianism is a path that you must first clean the body fully through fasting. Fasting and breatharianism is two different things. With fasting, you're struggling, you're detoxing. But once you clean yourself out, we can start to play around with breatharianism. We can start to eat subtle foods. Okay, just like you can take a car that runs on fuel and then install solar panels and it's running on subtle energy, the sun's energy. We can start to play around after with breatharianism, but first we have to really clean ourselves. Okay, and we have to eat. We have to learn how to eat first before we can stop. We can learn how to not eat. And you want to learn how to eat? It's very simple. You eat fruits and vegetables. Very, very simple. Very simple. Okay. Thanks, bro, for sharing wisdom. Thank you for your generosity, my friend, and your support. Day 200 plus on a juice feast, yet still releasing the sick and dead matter. 100% fruits. Absolutely, my brother. Well done. Well done, man. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Love it. Love it. Absolutely love it. So, again, just like, I mean, hey Saeed, sending you love and positive vibes, your health and crypto gains. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. We're going through a bit of a dip here in the markets, but I think things are about to take off in November. So, what else do I want to talk about? Yeah. Again, I'm gonna keep re-emphasizing this point. We are not gonna go. Everybody's gonna hit a brick wall at some point, and you're not gonna go further in life without maximizing your health. Period. Without cleaning out the garbage and then just nourishing your body with what it's designed to be nourished with. The cleaner the body is, I notice when I'm dehydrated, I want dehydrated foods. You know, when you're eating crisps, you want to eat more crisps, right? When you're dehydrated, your body, it's like low momentum. When you're hydrated, when you're cleaner, trust me, you'll begin to crave like just high water content fruits will become so divine, like so divine. And then when your urine starts to be like coconut water, you're like, I think I'm doing something right here. You're like, whoa, like you start to reach a level of cleanliness inside. Now, again, in the beginning, when you start to get on the path, the detox symptoms may seem endless. But as someone who's going through this, as someone who's got his ass kicked and handed to him the last 3 weeks, now on this week of this pretty intense detoxification process, I'm starting to feel better. See, I can't even stop talking, guys. You see this? I can't even stop talking. Whereas in the last water fast, I couldn't even talk to Miranda. I couldn't even say words. That's how tired I was. All right? This is all detox symptoms. All of it is detox symptoms. Detox symptoms. When you're going through really difficult periods, if you go on a fruit diet, you're going to experience detox symptoms. If you go on a water cleanse, you're going to experience significantly more detox symptoms. Okay? This is all detox symptoms. Don't get fooled. Some people go on a fruitarian diet and they say it made me sick. Of course it made you sick because you're sick. You're toxic. Of course it made you sick because it's cleaning you. It's cleaning you, right? Water fasting makes you sick. Why? Because it's cleaning you. What happens when you get a fever? You get sick. Why? Because the body's cleaning you. That's what sickness is. So people don't clean themselves. They eat all kinds of garbage, and then twice a year, sometimes 4 times a year, they get a flu. What is that? They get sick. What is that? That's the body self-cleansing, saying you're a moron, you're a dumbass, you don't know how to do life. I gotta clean. I have too many toxins in here. Okay? But when you get cleaner, oh my God, you're like a child again. You're like, I can only tell you because I'm beginning to experience that. I'm on a 4th-day water fast here. What happened? What was different from my last water fast? My last water fast, I couldn't even say a word. Right now, I can't even shut up. What happened? What's different? What's different is I'm cleaner. I'm cleaner. That's all it is. So if you're going on a fruit diet and you're like, it's made me sick, of course it made you sick. Oh, it made me skinny. Of course, because the toxins, most of them, they stick to your fat cells. So the body has to clean it out. So what does it do? It breaks down the fat cells. You'll gain the weight back. And if you work out, man, you guys have to check out the Free Melon Society. This guy's an absolute badass. He's at a high level of cleanliness in his body that he goes on 7-day dry fasts and he works out every day. He goes for sprints. He works as a stuntman. I love Eli. I gotta have him back on the podcast. I had him back on the podcast once. He's been a fruitarian now for 5 years. He's been doing a ton of water fasting, and now he doesn't even fuck around with water fasting. He just straight up does dry fasting because water fasting is too easy for him. Okay, so yeah, mm, Saeed, what would you consider a good lifestyle? Again, I would start with my cleaning up my diet. Is the first thing, cleaning up my temple, because you're not gonna go further in life without that. I noticed that you're interested on a cryptocurrency. This Arabian woman is a psychic, or she downloads the information through dreams, and her persecutions are amazing. Well, what's her name? I would maybe check her out. So leave me the name, and I will check her out. All right. So, do you guys have any more questions or something? Because I can't seem to shut up right now. Um, like the people saying everyone needs the job but can't stop eating red meat. They run to the job and then hit the fast food line. Yeah, it's funny. You get free donuts, free McDonald's, extra Big Mac for taking the job. It's hilarious. It's hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. Um, predictions. Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. I think I'm done here. I think I'm done with talking here. I think I'll probably just uh, go do something. Maybe lay down on bed for a little bit. Um, yeah, and finish this water fast. We've got we're on day 4, so we've got a few more days. So I'll finish it. I'm excited to break it, and I will continue this. I will probably take a break from water fasting for the time being because that's pretty good accomplishment. 2 7-day water fasts in 3 weeks is a pretty good accomplishment. And yeah, I will continue to eat high water content fruits after. Oh man, I'm gonna devour those mangoes and those grapes, and oh god, this is amazing. So thank you guys. Thank you very much. Have an amazing day. Thank you for information. Take it easy, guys. Yeah, I'm doing some breath work. I just lay in bed and I just focused on my breathing. Very simple. Try to slow it down. So thank you guys. Thank you for listening. I hope you have the uttermost health and vitality and wealth. Health is wealth. Okay? Doesn't matter how much money you have. You're not gonna be able to enjoy it if you're not healthy. Okay? So take care, guys. I love you, and I will keep you updated. We'll keep you updated when I feel like the Dow calls for it. So take care, guys. I will see you later.